Welcome to my Me Time Monday Wellness Hack on the power of a positive attitude. This is a Me Time Monday Wellness Hack, which is part of our Self-Care in 7 Minutes video series. I'm Sherri Snelling, gerontologist, author of Me Time Monday, and CEO of the Caregiving Club. Do you see the glass as half full or half empty? This is the classic question on whether you are an optimist or a pessimist. Studies show optimists live longer than pessimists, and in fact, one 2019 study found that people with the highest levels of optimism had an average 11 to 15% longer lifespan than people who practice little or no positive thinking. Another study of 150,000 women found women who are more optimistic were also more likely to live past the age of 90. Essentially, optimists are people who do not feel the world is out to get them or that bad events or situations are permanent. They have hope. They also believe in themselves to have internal locus of control to change external pressures and challenges around so they can make it more optimistic. Pessimists actually have less internal locus of control. They give up in the face of adversity. They adopt victimhood status, and they avoid taking personal responsibility, including for their own happiness. This leads to depression, anxiety, chronic inflammation, and ultimately a shorter life. So are pessimists just tough out of luck? Not so fast. Many of us can have both optimistic and pessimistic thoughts. And the good news is, more pessimistic people can learn behavioral techniques to add more optimism to their approach to life. Father of positivity psychology, Martin Seligman, says pessimists can embrace learned optimism for various situations in life. Optimists and pessimists tend to create energy fields around them that dictates their emotional health and can impact their relationships. Emotional health is human-powered and energy-based. Science looks at the brainwave patterns and vibrational frequency associated with both positive and negative energy connected to our emotions. It is called energy medicine or vibrational medicine, and it is based on quantum physics and sound wave technology such as an ultrasound test. Now, energy drives all existence, including the planets and all life on Earth. The way it works is understanding our ancient brain and the reaction to our environments that are still inside all of us from 2 to 3 million years ago. When we hear a sound in the form of a sonic wave or energy that travels to our ears and bounces against our eardrums and causes a vibration, this vibration becomes an electrical signal to our brains that translates into different tones and then different reactions. These vibrations and tones remind us of our earliest existence when we were in our mother's womb. This is called beat matching. Music became a form of beat matching to make us feel comforted and protected. But other sounds and vibrations were warnings, such as a herd of elephants charging across the African savanna that told us to flee or die. Based on how the vibration is translated in our brains, we either feel soothed or stressed. Scientists use a human vibration chart to map our emotions as more positive or more negative. So take a look at the chart on the screen. Joy is number 3, only behind enlightenment and peace, in terms of being our top scoring positive emotion. It even tops love, courage, and pride, because love can be painful, courage can be temporary, and pride can lead to selfish activity. But joy is a pure emotion that spreads positive vibes around you. One of the important aspects of vibrational medicine is we feed off the emotional energy around us. If we are with someone who is negative or lonely, over time, we will absorb that energy ourselves. The same is true with people who are hopeful and happy. We will feel happier around them. Science has shown we have an electromagnetic field of 4 feet in radius around us. Proximity of others within this area can affect our emotional health. When we become caregivers, we can become emotional sponges, picking up the energy vibrations of our loved one. One study found caregivers who were lonely were syncing with their loved one's sense of loneliness and increasing their risk of Alzheimer's disease by 40%. Synchronization is a process called entrainment, where we adopt the same pattern or rhythm as something else in our immediate environment. Examples of entrainment include the synchronization of our biological clock to circadian rhythms of light and dark cycles, and also temperature changes. We also see it in pendulum clocks, fireflies, or children's swings, where after time the two objects in the two swings synchronize their movements. Humans are the only species for which all individuals experience entrainment. This means our emotional health can sometimes be influenced by those around us. And as we get older, we naturally start to prune away relationships that are toxic or negative because we want more positive energy with the shorter time horizon we have left in life. Now, as a caregiver, if you find yourself being more pessimistic than optimistic, it may be time to try out learned optimism. Think of it like a conversation inside of your head between the iconic characters from Winnie the Pooh, or the gray donkey, who is the pessimist, and Tigger, the orange bouncy tiger, who is the optimist. So, for instance, Eeyore would say, "It is not fair my loved one is sick." Tigger would say, "I'm grateful I can care for my loved one." Eeyore might say, "I feel all alone as a caregiver." And Tigger might say, "I have learned to ask for and accept help." Eeyore might say, "I feel I've given up a lot to be a caregiver, including my own social activities." And Tigger says, "I'm learning things about myself and my loved one that are creating great memories for me." And finally, Eeyore might say, "I feel frustrated, sad, overwhelmed, and burned out." And Tigger would say, "I've learned to take self-care breaks when I need them." So as you can see, we can feel both sides of this emotional spectrum, but it's really important that we try to flip the script from Eeyore to Tigger. It's also important to understand toxic positivity. When talking to a friend or loved one who is a caregiver, we want to be genuine and authentic. You don't want to invalidate someone else's feelings when they are blue or depressed or hurt or angry. On the other hand, it is important for the caregiver to take positive input as a sign of entrainment. This person is trying to lift you out of the hot tub of negative emotions that you have been marinating in. In times of challenge, we all need to reach for that helping hand. I hope you enjoyed this Me Time Monday wellness hack. Every Monday, I will have a new self-care in 7 minutes video. You can find more information in my book, Me Time Monday, The Weekly Wellness Plan to Find Balance and Joy for a Busy Life, or visit MeTimeMonday.com or CaregivingClub.com. Take care and stay well.